Okay, today's class sponsored by Rabbi Maradian. Page 28, Torah Or. 7 lines in the end of the first paragraph. Okay, the Alter Rebbe is explaining the difference between Makom Panoi and Parsa. Parsa, the last thing the Alter Rebbe explained, is the curtain that when the teacher teaches something to the child and it's too deep for the child, he gives a mashal. Now the mashal has within it the entire seichel. It's not like when the siluk, the Makom Panoi, when the teacher has to forget everything he knows, not forget, just put it to the side and re-reveal, but over here the parsha is all of it. So he says, "V'kachu Zalman is slav shel chochma datzil b'chinas parsa." That's why between Atzilus and Bria, the Alter Rebbe explained is the level of the parsa, v'yesisav is b'chinas chochma de Bria, to create chochma of Bria. But that's the whole Atzilus coming down into Bria in a covered form. Chochma datzil s'v'mahus v'atzmos b'peil mamish. Hamistaber shebechinas parsa. Chochma datzilus is actually in the parsa. Gairemitz is havas chochma de Bria, and it creates the chochma of Bria. Hare chochma de Bria, therefore chochma de Bria. Afal pishiyor chodesh, even though it's after the curtain, so it's technically a new type of a light. Become a claim kvayesh la eze erech v'yachzim chochma datzilus. Because he said before, when the chochma goes through a mashal, the whole chochma of the Rabbi is in the mashal, but it's hidden. Chochma of Atzilus that comes through into Bria, into chochma of Bria, that level goes through Parsa. So yes, it's not the same art of Atzilus, which is bittul. This is yesh miyayin, but in it is concealed the whole level of chochma of Atzilus. Like the Alter Rebbe explains in Tanya, the neshama of a Jew, no matter how low it is, comes from chochma of Atzilus, and therefore the chochma of Atzilus, because it's a chain, so even though it's a new type of a light, the whole chochma of Atzilus is in every neshama down here lamata. So he says, but then the Pasuk Liyahu continues, Antu tapika sasa tikunim. You brought out the 10 tikunim, which means ein niv ein bechinas nifid lagami. It's not completely separated from Hashem. No, I'm saying skip 2 lines. It's very important. But from higher than Atzilus to Atzilus is not a parsa. It's siluk. Therefore, it's almas arva hadrei. It's completely removed. It's not at all called even chochma. Therefore, it's called chad v'lei b'chushban. 1 without being numbered. Meaning, from higher to Atzilus into Atzilus, it's not a parsa which is the same seichel covered. It's completely different level of halakus. It's no connection whatsoever between higher than Atzilus and Atzilus.
It's the same nekuda over and over and over.
Yeah. And we still don't get it. But you brought out the 10 sfiras, but now the Alter Rebbe is saying a whole different concept. Granted, there's nothing to do with each other, but nevertheless, in Pasuk Liyahu says, you brought them out. That means they're still sourced. There's a source for them. If there's no connection whatsoever, it can't bring it out. Just like if there's no connection, if there wouldn't be a connection between the flintstone and fire, flintstone wouldn't be able to create fire. Water can't create fire because there's no connection whatsoever. Nevertheless, the fact that Antu tapika sasa tikunim, you brought out the 10 sfiras, shows Eina b'chinas nifid legami. It's not completely separated, even though there's no connection whatsoever to them. But the Or, like you said before, what's siluk? Siluk doesn't mean the teacher forgets everything. It just puts it back into the potential. But it's still there in the potential. So when higher than Atzilus and Atzilus have no connection between them whatsoever, because Atzilus begins worlds. Atzilus is the beginning of world. Olam, Helam. Higher than Atzilus, there's no world. It's only the source. There is no revelations yet. Nevertheless, it's still the source of it, and therefore it's still connected to it. And therefore he says, Mikama came, Me'achashar nichlu b'amor, because is not there. It's back into the potential state. V'gam achar kach amshochas kav v'chut, and then when it says in Kabbalah the expression, after the tzimtzum legamri, tzimtzum rishon, Hashem removed all, then he re-revealed a kav and a chut, a line and a thread, which is now the re-revelation of a limited level of godliness to be able to create worlds. Even it becomes, it's all united with Hashem. Misachdim, achad. Afil alha negevein almen. Okay, and as it continues, you brought out that 10 tikkunim, lanhoga vein almen, to run the world with it, to be manhig, to run the world with it, to lead, to guide, to sustain, all of it. Almen in bechinas kelim, which it says Taf Alfin Elif Almen Chsuf, 400,000 worlds of shame, whatever that means. The Batzilis ir v'chayer chad afil bechinas kelim, because in Atzilis everything is one, even the kelim. Ir v'gamer chad, ir v'chayer chad. The uniqueness of Atzilis, even though now there is Or and Keli, higher than Atzilus, there's no Or and Keli. There's only God, source. In the source, in the sun, there's no Or and Keli. There's sun. So when it comes on into Atzilus, it's still, even the Kelim of Atzilus are also one with Hashem. Says, as little connection that there is between Atzilus and higher than Atzilus, in a way of Siluk, nevertheless, it's still connected.
What is higher? Does higher than Atzilus go?